There are so many pocket knives out there on the market, and it's awesome to have a great pocket knife that's reliable, that's fun to use, and that you're able to carry on you day in, day out. And there's just so much on the market. It's hard sometimes to kind of whittle down, hey, what are some kind of, what's good? You know, because there are a ton of super inexpensive budget ones that are decent, nothing wrong with them. There's some super premium, insanely expensive ones that are really outside of a lot of people's price range. So what's kind of that sweet spot, you know, of a pocket knife that you are going to get a level of quality that you wouldn't get on maybe really inexpensive ones, but you're also getting a level of hitting a budget that you wouldn't be getting with some of those more expensive folders out there. And that's what I want to do in this video. That's the goal with this video. I just want to walk you through a few folders that we've reviewed here on the channel previously to kind of hone down some of that stuff and just some of the noise, if you will, and give you what I believe, in my opinion, on what are a few knives that fit in my systems that are really good to start out in. That, you know, you're not going to break the bank, but they're not, you know, dime a dozen, you know, you pick them up at the hardware store pocket knives. Where's kind of that good fine line of balance to get you into a good quality knife with decent steel and good options without, again, breaking the bank. So I hope you guys will enjoy this video as we look at the best pocket knives for under $50, in my opinion, to this point. So let's go ahead, hop to it. SOG knives, that's what we're going to use as kind of a springboard here. And the reason I want to roll these in is not only are all these knives under $50 that you see here, but you're going to get a great level of performance, I believe, for my style of carry of a pocket knife. And I want to be kind of lay the groundwork, if you will, for the rest of this video in this portion right here, in that you need to know where I'm coming from and what I expect out of my knives and what I look for in my knives. I am a lightweight kind of guy. I'm always counting my ounces, and I prefer lightweight blades, and I'm willing to sacrifice durability for the level, if I'm getting a really lightweight blade with a good pocket clip and good everything else, if maybe it's not the most solid, most indestructible knife out there on the market. Some guys, you know, they're willing to carry, you know, 5 ounces, 6 ounces, 7 ounce pocket knives, and if that's you, great, cool, no problem, no worries. But for me, I'm a lightweight kind of guy. I want it to be as lightweight as possible, and I'm willing to maybe sacrifice steel liners if it means the knife's gonna be a little bit lighter weight, and I still get a lot of other options and capability. So just know that for the most part, and we're going to see here in this video, you'll see 1 or 2 knives that are actually very strong and very capable, but still are very lightweight. So that's always what I'm looking for. And SOG has been doing that for years. Here we have the mini Trident, we have the mini Aegis, and we have the full-size Aegis. These are fantastic knives. Now, the basic models you'll be able to find for $50 or less when I'm making this video. Obviously, as time goes on, prices may fluctuate, whatever, and we'll have as many links in the description below as I can so that you can use those hyperlinks over to Amazon and check these guys out. There's always a great way to help support the channel when you use those links. But the reason I love these knives is that they're so lightweight, but they give me great performance. Now, these 2 knives down here are gonna be under 3 ounces. The mini Aegis is actually 2 ounces on the dot, and then the mini Trident is a little bit over that, about 2.5 ounces if I remember correctly. So really, really lightweight. You're never gonna feel it in the pocket. And these have reversible tip up, super deep ride pocket clips that are very flush with your pocket and just are so much fun to carry because they're so lightweight. And then this full-size Aegis, which is a rather large pocket knife at 3.5 inches, and it's got a big handle, about, if I remember, 4.6. I mean, that's a lot of real estate to get in your hand, which is good for those of you particularly who like to have a really good, you know, grip on your blade. But this guy's gonna be 3 ounces, which is awesome for the features that we're getting. Again, great ergonomics on all 3 knives, great pocket clips. We're getting open assisted feature, which is awesome. And then heat treated and then cryogenically frozen AUS 8. Now, they've been using AUS 8 for years. SOG has it dialed in. You're going to get much better edge retention than some other budget AUS 8s that are out there on the market. Particularly, I'm thinking like maybe like a Ontario Rat Model 1 or an SC Avispa. Those type of knives, the AUS 8 is not going to hold its edge anywhere near as long as this AUS 8 that we have here. Now, it's still a budget steel. I'm not saying it's a super steel at all. But for under $50, I'm able to get decent edge retention. I love the blade designs on all 3 of these blades. The Aegises, you know, that leaf shape, full flat grind, they're really scalpels in my opinion, just pocket scalpels. You just can pick your flavor. Do you want full size? Do you want mini? What's important to you? What size range is important to you? And then with the Trident, mini Trident, you're getting that buoy design, so it's a little bit different. You know, you're getting a little bit different style on the handle as well. That really gives you a lot, but at the same time is very precise in its cutting capabilities. You're getting open assisted features on all three knives, which I love. I love their speed opening, you know, how fast they are, how quick they are that they offer you. Now, some people, again, would say, well, SOG knives aren't really as durable as maybe, say, like a cold steel knife, or maybe some, you know, even maybe a Rat Model 1, we could argue, or something like that. And that may be the case. But again, as I said, I'm willing to sacrifice maybe a little bit of the durability level for what I expect out of my pocket knives, and what I expect particularly out of these blades, of being willing to sacrifice that for the lightweight capability. But guys, these are awesome, awesome EDC knives, and I love carrying them, and I never want to get rid of these babies. Cold Steel Fin Wolf. You guys have seen this on several videos at this point if you've been following the channel for a while. I love this knife. It really is my go-to outdoor pocket knife. When I'm going on hikes, camping trips, backpacking, whatever, this is the one that usually rides in my pocket. Rather inexpensive, at under $40 usually is what this price point will hit on. Right around 36 is what I paid for it. Could fluctuate. Again, links in the description below over to Amazon. You can check that out and it'll help support the channel. But you are getting that AUS-8, again, really well heat treated, very similar to the SOGs that we just looked at. You're getting a true Scandi grind, and that's why, again, for outdoor use, I really love it a lot. Very classic, 3.5-inch blade. And this is riding under 4 ounces, which is, again, where was talking about a moment ago. You can still get really lightweight blades with really great strength, because this has Cold Steel's Triad locking system with that lock back that just works so well. I love it. Super strong, durable. Even did some ridiculous hard use tests and really came out on top. Razor sharp, so this is a great woods knife. I can do all of my finer tasks that even like my smaller Moras can do without any sort of problem. And it has a very ergonomic handle that's going to keep you locked into place and just really feel comfortable in my hand in multiple grips. Has a 90-degree spine that will throw sparks as well, again, lending itself to be just that great outdoor knife in my opinion. Now, the pocket clip is rotatable left or right. That's the one area, basically with the grind being a Scandi grind and then the really high ride in your pocket. It'll stay in there for hiking, so it won't fall out, and that's why I like that as well. I can sit around the campfire and I'm not worried about it falling out of my pocket, but it is really high, and so it's really obnoxious to EDC around town. That's why I don't EDC it around town, but it is my EDC when I'm out in the woods and doing outdoor tasks. So again, that would be a great one if you're looking for real big strength and woodscraft ability in a folder. This would be a great option for you, and I love it. Now, this is going to be the only US model. You know, it's hard to get under 50 bucks for a US folder in this day and age. It can be done, and Kershaw has been doing it for years with the Kershaw Skyline. Now, what I'm talking about is the original Skyline with the Sandvik steel satin finish. There are a lot of different versions now. That is what I have, and that's what I started with, was the Sandvik very basic model. Those usually come in around $40, but this is an upgraded, because I love that one so much, a Damascus steel version. I know that BLADEHQ sells S30V version. I think you can just get it with a black wash blade now. I mean, there's lots and lots of versions out there. So the basic model to get you your foot in the door, you're getting a USA made product, you're getting good Sandvik steel that I would say is as good, if not even a little bit better, than the AUS-8 from SOG or Cold Steel. Good edge retention, good durability. Hollow grind on this one, you're getting, you know, a 3-inch blade right out of the gate. You're getting great G10 handles. This is an aftermarket flipper. The one downside, or excuse me, an aftermarket pocket clip. The one downside of the Skyline is that it is a righty only. There are no options for pocket clips for lefties. And the original pocket clip is really high in the pocket compared to what I like. So there are aftermarket options out there on eBay that you can pick up. You know, it's decent out of the gate, but I would recommend, if you are going to carry the Skyline and you like tip-up only carry, then go with an aftermarket pocket clip, and I really hope that Kershaw upgrades that in the future and gives us a better deep ride pocket clip. But two of the things that are just fantastic is, one, the lightweight capability. This thing is going to come in at right around 2.5 ounces, so ultra lightweight. Again, that's where my vein is. I like the ultra lightweight compact folders. The 3-inch blade is perfect, going to get the job done for me. but the handle is really big. The handle gives me lots of real estate with plenty to spare. Those of you with extra large size hands, you're gonna find that you're gonna get still good real estate grip on the handle. I really like that aspect a lot. And then the finger flipper is just nice and quick and easy to deploy the blade. So the original Skyline to get your foot in the door, and then if you wanna upgrade and do different steels and different options, they are out there. And it is by far one of my favorite go-to EDC knives that exists. And you know, we did a previous review on this. I mean, it's worth purchasing, and it's just a great blade to have on you. So here we are, last folder before we wrap up this video. This is one that just kind of came out of nowhere. I was not expecting a lot out of it. I got it and I was like, what the heck just happened? The Bird Raven 2. This is the new version. Now, Bird is a company that's owned by Spyderco. You can see that in the notch and in the blade shape, the finger hole. Very similar of a lot of Spydercos out there. But what Bird has done, so being kind of a subsidy of Spyderco, is in the past they were rocking HCR 13 MOV steel. Nothing wrong with that steel, but it is definitely a budget steel, and they were usually around $25 to $30 were the blades, and they were definitely on the budget end, and I wouldn't really have put it in this video until this year when they basically upgraded everything, particularly the steel. Now this is still made in China, but this is using a US BD1 tool steel, a CTS BD1 tool steel, the same steel that's on one of my favorite, more pricey blades that's not in this video, the Manix 2 Lightweight. It's a great ultra rust resistant steel, very easy to put a fine edge on, and holds your edge for a decent amount of time. I would say this is actually the best edge holding blade of all the knives that we've seen here today in the steel. You're getting that full flat grind. This is about a 3.3 inch overall blade length. You're looking at just under 3 inches on the actual cutting edge G10 handle scales. Great four-way directional pocket clip, left, right, up, down. You're getting a liner lock there. They milled out the holes. I milled out the liners. So you're getting a lightweight blade at, I believe, 4 ounces, if I remember off the top of my head. Now, we have reviews, solid reviews on all of these knives that I will try to put links in the description below. If I don't, you can just go to our playlist and just find, you know, cold steel playlist. You can look at the SOG playlist and you'll find all these different knives. But guys, I love this knife, and it comes in like around $42, $43 is what I paid for it on Amazon. You know, again, prices may vary, but for that price point, you're getting a premium steel, a steel that you find on knives that oftentimes are like $80 to $100, and you are getting a good fit and finish, and just as kind of a great do-everything knife for you at that less than $50 price point is awesome with this Bird Raven 2. Well, folks, there you have it. That's just my opinion. That's what really connects with me. These are just a few of the knives to get you started, to give you a good idea, and to hit that sweet spot of right around the $50 price point in my mind. And I'm sure I'm going to get lots of comments. Well, what about this knife? And what about this knife? And what about this knife? Yes, and many of those knives that I'm sure you would list in the comments below, and I want to hear your guys' comments, are great knives. You know, I'm thinking like the Ontario Rat Model 1. Great knife. But it's just, for me, I don't carry it. And that's what I wanted to do in this video, is show you knives that I actually carry. And once, you know, I can't seem to give them up. I like putting them in my pocket. There's nothing wrong with the example. I'm just picking that one out of thin air. The Rat Model 1. For the price, it's great. It gets the job done. It's good. But I don't carry that. I would rather carry a SOG full-size Aegis 9 times out of 10 because it's lighter, it has a better pocket clip, and I just like the feel of it in my hand a little bit more. Now, again, these knives have performed well for me in my mileage and in my use. That may vary for you, as always, but these are ones that really connect with me, have lasted quite a while with good performance for me, and I enjoy using them for all under the $50 price point. So guys, thank you so much as always for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. Again, love to hear your guys' thoughts and all the different blades that we not only have looked at, your experiences with them, but maybe other blades that I missed, you know, and all that type of stuff that I love to hear and have that conversation with you guys in the comments below. Check us out on all the relevant social media. Links are also below. That's a great way to see what's up and coming here at the channel. And as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.